We're trying something new this year, so I just want to give you a little look inside before it gets a little crazy in actual use. So let's go. Welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shanna. If you are new here, we're a homeschooling family of 4. We are entering our 9th year of homeschooling with an 8th grader and a 4th grader for the 2025-2026 homeschool year. And today I am super excited to share with you the new and revamped planner method that we will be using with our kids. Let's go. Before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. So let me give you a little backstory. We have a now teenager and one who is in her last single digits. My kids are increasingly busy, which I recently had a video go up about how we're trying to put some boundaries on that. But they're definitely at an age where they can benefit from a consistent planner routine, which if you followed me for any period of time, you know that I have a system or I have a routine for everything. And we have attempted in the past to set the kids up with a good planner routine, but a few pieces of it led to it being really hard to follow through with. And so in an effort to get us on the right footing, to get us on the right track, and to get us all on the same page, I have sat down and poured over a massive amount of thought into designing my kids their own custom planners. So the approach that I wanted to take was not time-based because when we sit down to fill out our planners with time, it takes a really, really long time to get everybody doing the same thing at the same time. So I knew that a time-based system was not going to serve us the best. I went ahead and I am utilizing something that I'm utilizing in a lot of our curriculum this year, which is disc binding. So by disc binding it, I'm allowing it to be flexible. It can come in, it can come out as needed. We can move things around. We can change it up. Something else that I thought was going to be very valuable was just a week at a glance, and weeks starting on Monday, because in our household, that's kind of how it feels. The week doesn't start on Sunday. Sunday's still part of the last week. And so for us, Monday is where it really kicks off. And that's, for me, the start of a week is Monday. So for me, I like that. So not time-based, starting on Mondays, and a week at a glance. So just 1 week, I went ahead and printed landscape. So it is 8.5 tall by 11 wide, and everything that they want or need is on the single page. And I've allocated spaces for the days, for the date, for a month at a glance, should they choose to fill that out, a spot for a motivational quote, word, doodle, any little notes that they might have, and a little habit tracker, so that if there is anything specifically that they want to be working on every day, like practicing piano, for example, they can mark it off and keep track of their habits. So let me pop over. I'm going to give you a down shot and I will discuss this with you in a little bit more detail. But something else that we are adding in this year is a curriculum tracker. So we were split decision. Half of them didn't want it, half of them did. And so I have kept it very loose, very free, very adaptable. And we will just put it in with their planner. And we also added a book tracker, a reading tracker, and they had different desires for what that would look like. So we went ahead and I will show you both of them. I only printed, I think, 10 pages front and back, so that I like to use a little heavier paper, especially when it comes to something you're going to be like jostling around a lot. So we did, I think, like an 80 weight, maybe a little less than that, maybe like 60 weight paper. And then the disc binding, and it does include what I think is things that they'll need. And I made their little like front cover of it, a little like mandala coloring page. So I'm going to pop over and I'm going to give you a look at their planners and at their trackers, because again, this is new to us this year. I did make these, and it's either going to be the video right before or right after this one, talk about, I got a new printer. We went through the effort of researching an EcoTake printer that scans, front load paper, and prints double-sided. So if you do want to know more about the printer that helped us get to now, I can absolutely give you more information about that. I will have it linked down in the description box below. Full disclosure, it's likely an Amazon affiliate link. So yeah, if you click on that, You know how affiliate links work. I don't need to explain it, but it would be that. So yes, I think that is everything that I want to say before I show it to you. So let's pop over and I'll show it to you. I did only print, like I said, 10 pages front and back because I'm not going to go waste all the paper yet until we know how it works or what is working. I do have some goals to revamp my planner, which I'm actually at the end of my planner that I made for myself for last year. So I really do need to get on it. I have had several planner companies actually reach out to me. Plum Paper has some great homeschool planners, and then School Nest, which I've used in the past. I'm not hands-on experience with Plum Paper, but they have a lot of options and a lot of resources for you. And I do have an affiliate link for that if you want to just check them out because they've got homeschool resources. And same thing with School Nest. So I will have both of those links for you down below. And yeah, let's pop over. I'll give you a look into the kids' planners. Okay, so here is my hole punch. It is the, I think, 11 disc, and here's just a box of assorted colored discs that I got, of course, on Amazon. And these are the supplies that I'm using. I did make these front coloring pages on Canva, and then I have a really thick craft paper cardstock to stick on the back to give it some stability. These have already been disc bound and put together. As you can see, it's not a lot. It's pretty simple. The kids' specific planners are color coded with discs, as well as their planner sheets are a little different. I threw different backgrounds in the back and then popping their little name sheet right in the front. So it is nothing crazy. It's very, very simple. It's very intuitive. It is easily customizable and relatively low cost, especially as it compares to the planner world. I think the most expensive thing, obviously a printer, but is the hole punch. The hole punch was not inexpensive. I did find one to link on Amazon, but I actually had a better deal as far as purchase price with a coupon. And I believe I purchased it at Joann's or Michael's. So if it's Michael's, you're in great shape. No, it is Michael's. So therefore you can still get that on a discount with a great coupon. So keep a lookout for that. You also, even if you're planning to do full-size sheets, don't need the giant one. You could even get by with the smaller one and just move it around to hole punch. But I like it. It's pretty easy. I like how customizable it is. Here you can see their curriculum progress. And I just went with something really plain. I really struggled for a long time on how to make it make sense to me on what we would want. And I just kind of never got there. And then I realized that I was trying to reinvent the wheel and just do, lines and squares, like just keep it simple. And then we filled it out by hand and marked off like where, how many lessons so that they could easily track it. And here I'm going to show you, I think, a look at the full day. And we've got a blank space across the top for dates, and then one for every day. There's that motivational square, a month at a glance, and then whatever kind of habits or daily things they want to make sure that they're tracking. That one has little pups in the background, and the other one has theater. So that's it. It's just really a decent quality weight paper, some discs, and a hole punch. It really is that simple. And like I said, it's fully customizable. So anything we want to add in or take out or change up or any of that, we can just pop it in, pop it out. Super, super simple. Is it very rugged? No. Is it going to travel super well? No. But it is good enough, and we can always add to it, change it, swap it up. And we can always make changes in the future if we choose to, either throw it in a binder or something like that. But this is the current system that we're going to try out so far. I think it'll work really well for us based on what we need, because I did think really heavily on what we actually need as far as usage goes. And as you can see, just pop it in, boom, done. Everything is simple and really easy to replicate on this. I hope that you found any of this helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. Like I said, we needed something new for our learners. We needed something new for our student planners. And so this is the attempt that we are going to try to make. This is the effort that we're putting forward. I have poured over this, honestly, for a long time, thinking about what would suit us best, what wouldn't, what would serve us well, what wouldn't, more color, less color. I really struggled with the tracker because I wanted to make it really cute with like little paw prints or something they could color in and fill in. And then I was like, you know what? That is an effort for after we've determined if they're used. And so for myself, I was like, you know what? Good enough is good enough. And some days I really, really forget that. And other days I'm kicking myself for not remembering it. So that is how it feels. I will likely list this up at some point, make it available. So just so you know, at some point it will likely be available. If there's a lot of interest, I'll get, you know, onto that a little faster. But anyways, all right. So happy homeschool year. Congratulations on making it to the 2026 homeschool year. I'm looking forward to this first day of school post. I'm so excited to get into this year. I don't know why. It feels new, it feels fresh, it feels different. You guys know we've talked about this a lot. We're taking a very different approach, not just with our planners, but with our homeschool day, our kids' boundaries around their activities. It just feels, it feels so fresh. It feels so new. I cannot wait to come back. I'm going to take you along with us for our first homeschool day. I'm going to take you along with us for our morning routine and how things work and how it goes in our home. And I'm so excited to get back into it, which is great. I always hit that point in the summer because it's like, man, it doesn't feel like summer. It doesn't feel like summer. It doesn't feel like summer. And then it does for a little while. And then I'm like, okay, I'm kind of done. Let's move on. Next thing. Big exciting things are ahead. And I myself am super excited. So congratulations on you to making it here. Any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. And yeah, happy homeschooling. Bye guys.